Question 1478. What subject do you wish you could have skipped at school?
Math.
Jim.
I was just trying to think, because you talked about things I wish I'd skipped, but the thing is, most of them I actually did at one point or another.
I only went to secondary school 3 days a week from when I was 12.
Yeah.
So, so I kind of picked and chose my lessons.
The problem is I have more regrets about things I didn't pay more attention to or didn't do.
Yeah, me too.
At school, like science, for example.
Yeah,
you know?
me too. Definitely science.
I fucking hated it at school.
What did you get in your science GCSE?
I didn't get GCSE.
How did you not get a GCSE in science?
Because I was put into something called pre-vocational studies, which was later kind of find out as where they just put all the fucking kids that they didn't want to fucking bother with.
Yeah.
That's what my school did.
We got this science lesson once a week where we got this other qualification instead of a GCSE, which we later came to find out wasn't worth the fucking paper it was printed on.
So it was just to keep you busy in class.
Yeah, pretty fucking much.
Not good. Yandere,
No,
math. I flunked it. I can't know. I wrote it down how to say it. Junie, abstinence in health class. Demonor, British studies. Uhan, English. Mark says, I studied French for a year. I've no idea why. I suppose I'd probably say French if I had to answer, because I don't remember any of it. I studied French for 2 years, Spanish for 1 year. I learned more Spanish, but I can't remember any of it. Gary says, I didn't enjoy history, but I love it now. See, that's the thing. I think losing the class at school might not necessarily mean you don't learn it later.
Yeah.
I mean,
history is my best subject at school.
For me, when I renounced the church, so I could skip religion, which was great.
You renounced it in school?
Yeah, I renounced it when I was 12 or 13.
Wow.
I sent my renunciation thing to the bishop, and so in fairness, I was only in school till 15, so it didn't really bother me. But for those 2 or 3 years, I didn't have to do religion.
Why were you only in school till you were 15?
I left after that.
You were allowed to leave at 15?
Technically, no, and technically, yes.
Fair enough.
It's confusing. So for Ireland, we have our primary school and then we have our secondary school. But the secondary school is broken up into 2 pieces. There's first to third year, and then you do your junior certificate, and then 4th to 6th year is leaving certificate. You can skip 4th year and then do leave and cert applied. But after junior cert, technically you don't have to do your leave and cert. So I didn't.
Fair enough. Feels like you're cheating.
Yeah, a little bit.
Badger said, I should have taken carpentry rather than cooking. Tusk says, Latin. It's all but been expunged from the curriculum, but it's still used on an ad hoc basis.
What? I can't believe I've forgotten for the first time in my life.
You should have paid more attention at school.
So
I
I'm
think
just
mine was
declining
career
ammo.
studies.
Well,
No.
I was going to say something about where is it? Shit. I was going to say something about Latin. I seem to recall at some point, but it was I forgot where the fuck it was. I was going to read it off of.
Fair enough. Jen is speaking in tongues, apparently.
I'm the one who's still not you.
I got A's in everything, so none of them except gym class. I really didn't like gym class.
That was my answer.
There was lots of reasons behind that.
Why did you hate gym class, given that you were a fucking fit little anything?
I was. I was incredibly athletic, but it just It was never anything that interested me, playing fucking like dodgeball or baseball or some shit. I was a gymnast and a dancer. I played soccer. I ran. The shit that they did was just, dumb.
I ran a lot in gym class, but it was mostly away from my other playmates or classmates until they caught me and beat me up.
See, I couldn't do that because regardless of the fact that I knew of the futility of gym class, I still was the perfectionist and had to get a perfect grade and therefore had to be the perfect student. So I had to actually put effort into gym class.
I was gonna, this is it. This is what I was gonna read out actually. About why you don't really need Latin. Instead of, because you can use other words like you can use hall for public performances as opposed to auditorium. You use final demand for allowing no argument for ultimatum, glass container for freshwater fish or saltwater fish instead of aquarium, etc., etc.
That doesn't help you read things that were written in Latin.
You didn't get the fucking joke at the end of that.
No.
It was too long.
Yes.
Yeah, we all have really short attention spans. About halfway through, you lost all of us.
Well,
there was a joke at the end of that?
Well, the fact that etc., etc. is fucking Latin, yes.
Oh, got you.
It's just a lame long joke.
Why are you making us
long joke? It's 20 fucking seconds. How long is your fucking attention span?
Again, we all have really short attention spans.
I'm getting a bit fucking worried that my can only pay attention for 20 seconds.
Wait.
I saw
Would you like to hear Angel's favorite joke?
Yes.
Sure.
The only good thing Reagan ever did was fucking die. That's his favorite joke as of lately. I don't know why.
Who's Reagan?
Is that a joke or just
Ronald Reagan?
Who's that?
I do not disagree.
A former president of the United States. He ruined small business in America.
He was a bad guy, but also kind of like he's always been a hero of the Republican Party for the past 40 years, up until Trump, Anyway.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people comparing him and Trump.
Now I know who Reagan is. He's the one that decided that Americans shouldn't have to pay tax.
I saw you were talking about laziness. I saw a meme today on Twitter that just made me absolutely nuts. It was, well, okay, I'll tell you the meme first. No, it wasn't a meme. It was just your basic tweet, and the woman was complaining that the Dr. Seuss book Cat in the Hat was too long.
What?
That it was too long to read and complained about it. And
Cat in the Hat was too long for her?
I looked it up and I looked up her. The Cat in the Hat has 1,500 or 1,600 words, something like that. 50 of them are used twice, 30 of them are used 3 times, or something like that. 1,500 words is too long. Guess what the woman does for a living?
Oh no!
Is she a librarian?
No, she's a journalist.
What? That's even worse.
That's disturbing.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
I gotta catch up. Nikki says English in high school. Ox says is attendance a subject. Truth Seeker said. I said no, it's not.
Our attendance.
We got graded for attendance, but it's not a subject.
We got graded on attendance.
I say if you get graded on it, it's a subject.
Did you get conduct grades?
Not really.
Mine did participation grades, so that one class where the teacher did that was my lowest grade because I'm actually not that social.
Did I get conduct grades? I didn't get passing grades. Let's put it that way.
If the teacher didn't like you, didn't get good grades.
I did all right. I got a couple of suspensions. I didn't do too bad.
I did not get straight A's in conduct.
Conduct. Truth Seeker says, I studied Dutch history, very useful in one small place, nowhere else. And then Nikki says, high school dropout that proudly has GED. What's a GED?
General equivalency degree.
exam.
Yeah.
So instead of finishing all 4 years of high school, you can take an exam that gives you the same kind of credit, sort of.
Fair enough. I find that very weird. I think we might be going to something like that rather than individual subjects.
It was very popular after World War II.
Yeah.
A lot of men went in while they were in high school. Went into fight.
Fair enough. Right, next question. I think. Seraphim, did you answer?
U.S. history.
Oh.
Did you answer, Dave?
Yes.
Say so.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.